So A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the newest Game of Thrones spin-off, it's coming January 18th next year, and we got this still today of the main character, well, one of the two, Sir Duncan the Tall. And I want to talk about it because although we've seen images of Dunk before, who's played by Peter Claffey, and we've seen the trailer, but this particular still, I want to talk about Dunk's shield because it's the fact that they got it absolutely spot on. And it might not sound like that big a deal, like, oh, what does it even matter, like in the grand scheme of things? To book readers like me, it matters a lot. Like, we've had drama in the past, like the Targaryen sigil, the 2 legs versus the 4 legs. George R.R. Martin himself had to post something on his blog to clear that whole thing up. So the details do matter if you're a diehard A Song of Ice and Fire fan just like me. And from the look of this still, they've got it absolutely correct. And I want to talk a little bit about Dunk's sigil and a little bit about his backstory. And this is not going to be a spoiler because it's pretty clear from the get-go. The thing with Dunk is he doesn't belong to a noble house. He's not part of, well, the nobility. He's a peasant and he comes from nothing. And it's all about him trying to make something out of his life because he doesn't have a whole lot of options. Like, if you think about it, if you were born and raised in Flea Bottom, what would you do with your life? You've got to try and make the most of it, and you've got to try and hustle. And that's Dunk's kind of ethos. I have this copy of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms that I got when I was in New York, and I love this cover because it just pops, and the shield just looks amazing. A character we will meet called Tansel, who is a puppeteer, she also paints Dunk's shield, and Dunk has to come up with something. He's basically got to pluck it out of thin air, like, damn, I need to make up a sigil quick. This is what is said when Tansel hands the shield over. She had made a better job of it than he could ever have hoped for. Even by lantern light, the sunset colours were rich and bright, the tree tall and strong and noble, the falling star was a bright slash of paint across the oaken sky. Yet, now that Dunk held it in his hands, it seemed all wrong. The star was fallen. What sort of sigil was that? Would he fall just as fast? And sunset heralds night. So he worries, have I made a mistake here? Like, is this shield going to be a bad omen? And he thinks that this shield is all painted up like death. It falls to the armourer, Steely Pate, who I can't wait to meet. He says, no, like, you've got it all wrong. You're not seeing what we're seeing. He says to Dunk, the elm's alive. See how green the leaves are. Summer leaves, for certain. And so he's trying to say, it's not an omen of death. This is a good thing. He says, I've seen shields blazoned with skulls and wolves and ravens, even hanged men and bloody heads. They served well enough, and so will this. You know the old shield rhyme? Oak and iron guard me well, or else I'm dead and doomed to hell, Dunk finished. So yeah, January 18th, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, season 1. It's only 6 episodes, but it is a short story. I can't wait to see Peter Claffey just kill it. I've been saying it quite a bit about this spin-off, but the fact that they get the little details right, it bodes well. It means a lot to us book fans.